took a little reset. It just took a little reset this morning. Just a little reset this morning. Y'all tap that screen as y'all come into the live. Yeah. What up, beautiful people? We live. Yes, we are live in the financial market. We are live on this Wednesday morning, this AKA this hump day. Yes, hump day, baby. Hump day, baby. I don't know what y'all got going on this morning, but if you ain't in the financial markets on a daily basis and you out here seeking and searching for a job, sheesh, let me turn the camera around. I don't know what y'all got going on, but if y'all out here seeking and searching for a job or a job that is going to basically let you create your own value, then you better go create it in the financial market. And if you don't know how, you need to be in my DMs and like, yo, bro, I've been trying to learn how to day trade. I've just been so inconsistent and I ain't found nobody teaching. Like, yo, bro, this is what we do. We are a live teaching community. We don't believe in creating content. We believe in being the content. Supreme Rising. We believe in being the content. So all I do is turn my camera around and just let y'all see. Supreme Rising, beautiful people. What up, Kelly Kale? What up, Kelly Kale? What up, Chantel? What up, Kayla? What's happening? Today's a beautiful day. Today is a beautiful day. Look at the analysis from US 30. You guys watch the analysis from US 30. Mr. Hustle, what's good? What's poppin'? My hustling days are long gone. I'm Mr. Position now. Let me turn the camera back around again. My hustling days are long gone. We Mr. Position now. We in position, baby. I think I might have to go with the red Happy Dad hat just to counteract the red on my Cheech and Chong. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna flip mode on y'all. We're gonna go flip mode on y'all. Some people get triggered when they see my red hat because they be thinking it's a conservative hat. I said, bro, it's a Happy Dad hat. It's a Happy Dad hat. What's happening? Somebody said, hey, what's the key to hustling the connection? What's the key to hustling connection? Get it next to the connection and then start mimicking what the connection does. That's it. That's all. That's the game. That's the game. Here it is. Let's turn the camera around. Let's talk business. What up, beautiful people? Let's talk business. If you are in this live and you are over here on my YouTube, make sure you click that thumbs up. Make sure you like. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Cut the notification bell on. What's poppin'? Been up since 2 a.m. hustling. My boy Caleb. Not me. Not me. Not me. I had my homeboys at my house yesterday. I don't know if y'all remember the fighter King Mo. I don't know if y'all remember my guy King Mo. He was at the crib last night with my guy Townsend. He's my first guy I met here in Vegas, actually. He was the first guy I met here in Vegas. An amazing individual. He's probably my only, I would like to stamp only on there. Only friend that you kind of like, I have for like, what, 13 years here in Vegas? He's like the longest friend I have here in Vegas for 13 years. He's amazing. He's amazing. We don't create, we are the content. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is the difference between a lot of me, like between us and like everybody else. Leave us. That's the major difference between me and everybody else, 100%. Like, we are the content. I am the content. I am money. You see what I'm saying? Won't need long term, just growing my personal business so I have more time to trade. That's right. That's right. I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, if everybody's feeling amazing, let's go. Let's do some recapping. How many people took money off of the actual call out on the US 30 yesterday? Because to me, she played out beautiful. She played out beautiful. She played out beautiful. Imagine when we started class yesterday, she was sitting right over here and we was acknowledging this channel. Put some fire in the chat if you understand what I'm telling y'all. We were acknowledging this channel right here. The market was sitting like right over in here, and then I gave you two scenarios. A breakout, retest back in it from the top, and you buy. Or a breakout, close, a retest back from the bottom, and you sell. Like, who didn't make money from that? Like, this is, I haven't touched it since yesterday. I just made money on it. Boom, boom. This is pure definition of understanding what the market is at, where the market has been, and where the market is going. Let me raise y'all up over here, TikTok. Let me raise y'all up. There y'all go. You understand that? So that's the beauty about understanding the market. And now you just watch this thing completely play out, because now the market is proven that the bears are there. But let me turn that camera around real quick and let me tell y'all something. The title of this live stream today is "The Market is Dying So It Can Fly Again." What you're seeing right now are basic retracements, because the natural day trader, the natural retailer is up. Most day traders are up in this type of market. So guess what they're doing? They're snatching profits at all-time highs. They're snatching profits. Supreme rising, Supreme rising. Godfather. You understand that? You have a lot of new traders in the market that are winning. And if they're winning, guess what they're doing? They're taking profits. So if they're taking profits, because let me tell you, in this business, you can trade every day, all day. If you ain't making withdrawals, I might want to turn that camera on. Let me say this again. If you in this industry and you are not making withdrawals, there's no reason why you should be having your head all like this, beating your chest when you own some funded account that you ain't never passed. I'm just saying, let's keep it real. You need help, and maybe you need a, what do they call it? An intervention. Maybe you need a trading intervention. Maybe a whole bunch of real traders need to gather around you at a Starbucks or in your house where you trade at and start telling you like, yo, bro, you tripping. You fucking tripping. And not only are you tripping, you putting money into funded accounts when you don't even realize that you can't pass them is because of your habits. And you only create better trading habits when you get around better traders. I don't know how else to tell y'all. Y'all put some fire in the chat. You only create better trading habits when you get around better traders. And not only better traders that is actually a product of the product that they're actually promoting. If you don't get nothing from me, if you get the candlestick structure of how I explain it, that's all you need. That's all you need. Where you need the community is for the emotional stable, the 80% psychology part of the market. 20% of the market is execution. You don't need nobody to press the button for you. You need to be around the 80% when individuals are discussing the trade management about the button and the action that you just took. That's where you win. Because where you're ready to jump out and you got a community saying, yo, whoa, we're finna feel gaps in the market. Just relax. Relax. And if it clips us out at break even, you didn't take a L, press the button again. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. We in position. Mr. Position. I might have to change my name to Mr. Position right now. He was like, well, damn, what happened to Mr. Holistic? He in position. Yeah, Caleb. What happened to Mr. Holistic? Well, he in Mr. Position now. One thing you guys are going to notice also right now, you guys got to understand that the dollar, the DXY, has made a little turn. This is a 1 hour chart. Let's go to a 4 hour chart. Look at that. It has made this little captive hook. It has made its first little hook to show that this could be the first leg of the W on the dollar, on the DXY. So you can say, yo, let me project and let me see if this is going to be a W. Give me a double bottom and shoot back up here and regulate itself. You know? Because if that happens, if this happens on the dollar, let me tell you again, if the dollar makes a W formation on the 4 hour chart which we will know by the end of the day. In the next 8 to 12 hours, we're going to know if this is going to be the other leg of the inner side of the W. You can do the diamond formation. Remember I taught y'all that diamond. Remember I taught you the diamond. Remember I taught you the diamond. Put some fire in the chat if you remember the diamond analysis. Put some fire in the chat if you remember the diamond analysis. Put a 1 in the chat if you have no clue what the diamond analysis is. And if you don't know what the diamond analysis is, I'm going to educate you right now on what it's like a cheat code. It's literally like a cheat code. I see ones over here on TikTok. Let me see some ones over here on YouTube, and I got y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all. I got you. First of all, number one, diamond patterns are going to be in the middle of a W. So if you draw a W like this, y'all see that little middle part? That little middle part of the W? Normally you have the other legs of the W like that. So that's the middle part. You got the same thing at the bottom. That's what you see right here. Look. So I want to explain it. That's what you see right here. Let me get this guy out of here. This guy be acting funky on me. He's not trying to cooperate. Well, I think my mouse trying to dial. Let me get it back. Let me get it back. There it is. Here it is. Y'all see, that's the first leg of the W. That's the middle leg right there. So it would have to make this leg of the W to confirm it, which gives you double bottoms. You don't start buying up in here. You don't start selling up in here. You can watch this area. You understand? So as it starts respecting that formation, you're going to see it break out. And if it break out anywhere on the other side of this diamond, right here at the top, she is going to feel the last leg of the W. If she starts trickling down and then she break out on the outside of the bottom of the W, she is going to literally continue going down. She is just going to retest back up, which is where most people get fucked up at right here, versus allowing the market to close outside the diamond, retest the backside of that diamond, and then drop. Those are your scenarios. So now you got the DXY, you can watch it and say, yo, let me see what the dollar is doing, because if the dollar continues just to come here, that means gold is going to fly back up to 3,700. You understand that? Because whatever the dollar is doing, gold does the opposite. So if the dollar is going up right now for the last, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 hours, these are the last 20 hours. Guess what gold doing for the last 20 hours? Watch this. Watch this. Look at that. Same candle. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Last 20 hours going down. Look at that. Going down. Bing. You see that? So that's just the opposite. Let's go back to the DXY. Look. Right there. It's literally just the opposite movement. So let me turn my camera around and let me explain this. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to understand why when gold goes up, the dollar is going down, or why when the dollar goes up, gold goes down. I'll let you know that. Put a 1 in the chat if that's some information you would like to understand. Because understanding confluences in the market, it will help you how when you start trading multiple markets. Like I know what's happening on the NASDAQ and what's happening on the US 30 because I know how they move. When I catch them moving like when they besties, when I catch US 30 and NASDAQ moving like they besties, and they're doing the exact same movement, which is also the opposite of gold sometimes, listen, it's code red. Everybody buy because we're selling on gold. So let me say something right now. I can guarantee you that if you are a individual that are just in your 35s on up, somebody in your family has gave you advice on finances, and they said, get your money, save your money, invest in gold and silver. Put some fire in the chat if this is you. At one point, your mama or your grandparents or somebody in your life have told you, make sure you go and buy you some metals. Get you some gold, get you some silver. Like, this is a very common advice that most people receive. So when you are in a chaotic situation when it comes to the financial markets, when you start talking about the financial economy right now, when you start talking about technical analysis, fundamental analysis, situational analysis, shit is going crazy right now. So when you start talking about the big money players, They don't care about the noise. What they care about is where can I put my money safe to ride the tsunami of information that is coming into the market, and the market is extremely unstable. Where could I put my money? Big money goes to gold. Big money goes into silver. War goes into silver. Understand that. So big institutions, they're not going to start spreading their money anywhere. They're going to spread their money in digital assets, and then they're going to put it in actual gold. So that's why when you see the dollar dying, it's because the dollar is no longer safe, and gold starts flying because big players start shifting from the USD and putting it into XAU, which is gold. Ooh. Yes, it happens with everything. You can do this with anything. You can do it with anything. You find the comparisons. You find the comparisons and where they relate, and you go, oh my God, let's go. So let me show you something with the JPY pairs. A lot of people don't understand that the JPY pairs are ran off of bonds. So I want you guys, let me just delete everything. They're ran off of US bonds and treasuries. So look at this formation right here. I want you to see this formation. This is JPY, the Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen. This, it is the Great British Pound versus the Japanese yen. Look at the setup. Look at the setup. USD JPY. It's different. Let's reset. Let's take everything out. It's different, but overall, going down. Euro JPY. Same little setup as earlier. You understand? Watch odd so you can see it. I want you to see odd again. You see that? Same little little hook. Watch GBP JPY. Look at the comparisons. Come on. You see? Everybody is in this little pivotal spot. Euro JPY, it's in a pivotal spot. You see that gap right there? It's sitting right there in that gap, right there. Watch this. CAD JPY, everybody is sitting in this little gap. Chef JPY, everybody is sitting on these little gaps. You got a gap down here, so she can pull all the way down here. So why do I show you this? Let me turn that camera around so you guys can understand. I show you this because multiple people like to take multiple trades in a day. So I'm going, why not take multiple trades in pairs that are confluence or operating opposite of each other? So when you know you buy in one, you sell in the other. So it's very easy to manage versus being in 3 buys and 2 sales, and then you're in a sale. Like I've seen people in buys on US 30 and then buys on gold when they normally move opposite. And I'm like, how could you be in a buy on gold and a buy on US 30? Like it don't make no sense. Like that's bad business. That's market manipulation. They move opposite. What's your aspiration with crypto? Any crypto you're particularly bullish on? All of it, my friend. Jake, I'm bullish on all of it. I personally been living off of crypto for the last 6 years. Hashtag thanks, our genius. They pay me every Thursday in Bitcoin. I've been living off of that for the last 3 years. So I'm 100% pro crypto. I'm 100% pro digital currency. I'm 100% into the new movement of changing the whole banking system to a new banking system and getting everybody who got the ass handed to them in the monopoly game, because people been playing way before you. I'm game to reset the monopoly game and start going around and putting hotels and putting houses and putting rent on boardwalk, railroad, electric companies and everything. I hope you understand. What's the correlation to SP 500? You know what I be saying about SP 500? The hell with SP 500, because on most platforms, SP 500, you have to put such a big lot size there to get actual value out of it. So I'd rather trade US 30 and NASDAQ. But just to show you, watch this. Somebody asked about what's the correlation. Look at this. That's SP. That's SP. That's SP on a 4-hour chart. Watch it on a 4-hour chart. Let's find our correlation. Let's find our correlation. That's NASDAQ. Let's find that correlation. You understand that? There you go right there. That answers your question right there. Boom. Boom. Watch Dirty 30. We know what Dirty 30 doing. We already know what Dirty 30 doing. Dirty 30 has the only indifference. You see? Same outcome, indifference. You see that? There's your correlations right there. NASDAQ and SP 500 are moving exactly the same. US 30 is moving different. This is exactly the analysis. Now what you would do with that information just from the eyes, I go mark that chart up, and then I start doing a top-down analysis from the week to the day to the 4 hour and see if I can find gaps of liquidity there, and then I start placing my position there. You understand that? The reason why I'm successful is because I put my entries where most put their stop loss. That's a bar, and you might not get it. Put some fire in the chat. You might not get that shit I just said. Y'all should be tapping that screen over here on TikTok. I open up my position where most put their stop loss, and this is the difference between me and motherfuckers who are creating content. Just saying. Let's go. Well, motherfuckers like, man, my stop loss hit. I'm like, I'm in there like swimwear. You know what I'm saying? This is facts, bro. This is big facts. I'm telling y'all. I'm talking about 11 years in the trade game. 11 years in the trade game. So let's start looking at the market. The market is dying. You go to the day, you have one really big red daily candle. Look at that on gold. So what you have to do is literally just see, you have a hammer at the top. Look at the structure. You have an uptrend. Look at the uptrend. Boom. That's a daily uptrend. Remember that daily uptrend. Shoot. You have several consecutive higher highs. Gold is just climbing. Just climbing. So you immediately say, what do I see first? I see the damn trend. Look at that. Follow the trend. Buy out. Let's get it to the T. Let's get it to, oh, come on. Come on. Don't be a hater all your life. Don't be a hater all your life. There it is. Let's straighten it out. Boom. Oh yeah, we got a 36.33. We got a 36.33 looking like on the day. Watch this. Let me mark her up and let's see how true that 36.33 is. Watch this. Boom. I'm telling you, it's going to be like a 36.30 to a 36.33 if we get some good news today. I'm telling you. 37.01. Let's see. I can dig it. Watch the 4 hour. Y'all see what I did? All I did was just trap the previous area where the actual daily candles consolidated, blast off, hit the roof at 3700, 3701. You can see it right there. 3701, and then drop. Let's make it big so everybody can see it. Let me bring it over here so everybody can see it. You understand that? That is a hammer, an inverted hammer at the top of an all-time high. And if you get a close on this candle right here in the next 9 hours and 34 minutes, that thing closes down over here, oh, bro, she's gonna fly back up just to create the same type of movement over here. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. So guess where we'll be buying at? We will be buying, watch the 4 hour, find the gaps, trap the day, find the gaps, look at the gaps. Look at the gaps. Y'all don't even see the gaps. Y'all don't even see the gaps. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't see the gap. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't see the gap. Let me get that back. Let me get that back. Oh, there it is. Put a 1 in the chat if you do not see the gaps. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't see the gaps right now on Dirty 30. Let me get the day lining up perfectly. Bye, y'all. Look at these ones. Look at these ones. YouTube, where you at? Where you at? Y'all see the gaps, right? See, they see the gaps. If you do not see the gaps, let me point the gaps out to you. What is a gap in the market? Actually, I need to straighten this line out. I need to straighten that line out. What is that line for something else? That line is something else. Yeah, that line is something else. Watch this. Look at that gap right there. Look at that gap, y'all. Maybe y'all didn't see that. Look at that gap. Y'all see that gap? Y'all see that? When the market came down, it couldn't feel that gap right there. I need to restructure that line. I need to put that line right here. I need to put that line right there. Look at that. Look at that gap. Look at the gap at the top right here. Look at that big gap. That's a gap. Put some 2s in the chat right now if you see that gap. Actually, put 8s in the chat if you see that gap right now. Look at those gaps. Now, just to educate you on the gap, you see that gap right there? The market will always come and refill a gap and take the fuck off. Y'all see that gap right there? Watch this. Let's go over again. Let's find little gaps. You see that little gap that was right here? The market would always come and fill a gap. It will always fill a gap. You can go back and just find how many gaps. Well, we're in all-time highs right now. But when you go back in the market, start looking for gaps. As you guys see when we go to different pairs, you're going to find the gap if you have the patience to find the gap. Fair value. Yes, this is there. You can use value session. Fair value sessions are absolutely amazing when you want to mark it up and put it on there. I don't need it. I just see the gaps right there. So I'm going 30 pips from here. 30 pips from here is what I'm willing to risk versus my reward. I'm willing to lose 300 to make 1,000 from here back up here. You understand that? But also, guess what's happening right now? Do I think the market just comes down here? Do I think the market just comes down here because the market is full of patterns? Remember what I showed y'all? I said, yo, the market is showing you a W pattern. Remember the W pattern that I was showing you? On the DXY? Let me show you again for those who just new to the live stream. This was the W pattern I was showing you, and I was telling y'all, if the market is going to literally respect the W pattern and literally go like this, down, up, down, double bottoms at the floor, and take the fuck off on the 4-hour on the DXY. You have the EMA 9 right here. Put a 2 in the chat if you have no clue what an EMA 9 is. The exponential moving average of 9 candles. Put a 2 in the chat. I would drop down to the 1 minute and show you why it's probably one of the greatest scalping tools to add to your repertoire if you're doing like binary or you're just a pure scalper. Watch this on the 1 minute, and we're just going to use the DXY for an example. You see it right here. When the market hits this little purple line, it acts as a trampoline right here. Watch it, watch it, watch it. And you will see the market push it right back up. This is live action. This is live action right here. Watch it. It is sitting on the EMA 9 right here. Look at it. Watch it. Let me get it. Come on. Get your ass over there. Get your ass over there. Watch it. Watch it right here. Right there. Watch how it just literally wants to start pulling back up. Now let's say this. Let's say the EMA 9 does not get respected, and this candle in the next 18 seconds closes right here, okay? Let's say, okay, boom, your scalp was wrong. Watch what happens when the candle closes here and the next candle comes up to the actual EMA 9 from the bottom. Watch it. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. New candle is going to open here. Watch it. There it is. See where it opened? So now it pushes up to it. And if the candles are under it, it wants to push the market down. There she goes. This is just how you read it. This is a 1 minute. Now, when you find the EMA 9 and the EMA 200 in the same area, that is called a slingshot, because the market will come down like this and then slingshot back out of there. Watch it. I want you guys to watch it on the 1 minute. This is like a magnet, and that is like a trampoline. So it wants to push the market back down. Watch it. Here it is. Watch it. There it is. There it is. Right there. Live action. Right here. Right here. Watch it. Now imagine if this particular candle, once again, closes above the EMA 9. The next candle comes back down, bounces from it, and keeps bouncing up. Now let me turn my screen around while I tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying. You never trade on the 1 minute. You make analysis and you learn how to see things on the bigger time frames. What I'm showing you right now is how the actual E indicator is applied to scalping from a 15 minutes to a 30-minute candle. 1 minute, there's too much volatility. But when you literally look at this on the 15 minutes and you see the market pushing and it's against a trend, oh bro, that's a trend line rejection trade. You take the sell. If it breaks out of that and then closes on the other side, it has to retest. So this is why you wait for the retest and you enter in. So now the market has took off. Look at this. The market has taken off on the DXY. You see that? It has taken off. So basically what it did was come here, slingshot back up in here, and here in the next 9 seconds, it's going to close here. And what you're witnessing is a small little channel on the 1 minute, but I want you to see how the next candle come and start fucking around with that EMA 9 right here. Watch this, here it is. Watch it. You have wicks right here where it's showing you selling pressure likes to come in right here, and in order for the market to break out over here, it has to come back down here. Watch it, watch it, watch it right here. And then you'll see this little guy start bing, pushing her up. There she goes, there she goes. You can also see it on your stochastics. They're right here touching each other, right there. And then now you should see the real rejection. You should start seeing rejection right up in here. Watch it. You got 18 seconds. Let me put that down so you guys can see it. Bam, 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 bam. And you see how it's just sitting still? That's because there's buying force and selling force in the same area. You see that? In the same area. Right here. So let me just put a line right there so y'all can see where the EMA 9 is at. Boom. Right here. Right there. Watch her. Watch her. Watch the bounce. Watch the bounce. I want you to see the bounce. And that's how you use it. This is why I'm showing you this, guys, because you guys start understanding, like, what is keeping the market from coming down here? That EMA 9 right there. You understand that? That EMA 9 right there. Right here, it didn't respect it. It just came through, but this is like a fake out, because as soon as it came back here, it closed right back over here. Watch it. Watch it. See where she's at. See where she at. Watch the pull. Look at the pull. Watch the pull. You see how I keep coming in? Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Let's make it big. Look at how it comes back and forth, twerking. Look how she twerking and just bouncing on that EMA 9. I want you guys to see it in real time. Watch it. Look how she bounced back and forth. She went here, back up here, back down here, back up here. Next candle opens up. There's a little delay. She drops. Watch it where she going. Just watch where she going. And then we're going to get back over here and start marking some charts up. Because I want you guys to understand, EMA 9, EMA 200. Let's make it smaller so you can see it all. When they're close, the market likes to hang out in between and find slingshot areas where the market just comes like this, boom, and then keeps shooting back up. I'm telling you, it's a scalping tool. Like, it's an amazing scalping tool. It's an amazing scalping tool. There she goes. There she goes. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And imagine if you just put a buy right here. This is not even really a drawdown. That's not even a drawdown. That's not even considered a drawdown. You understand? Like, that's like entry. Boom, bang, like this. You see? No, we're not. You're not selling or buying on this. I'm educating individuals how to use the EMA 9 and how it uses it as a trampoline. This is a 1 minute chart on the DXY. You're not even going to trade the DXY. I'm just showing you this actual strategy could be applied to anything. Watch this. Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin 1 minute chart. Red candle right here needs to push up to the EMA 9. Why? Because more sellers are right here, and then it finds rejection there. Watch it, watch it, watch it. This is the 1 minute on Bitcoin, 29 seconds. There she comes. You see? There's buyers right in here. So what she needs to do is come up here, because she's literally trying to come down here. Bitcoin trying to die, but she's stuck right here just on the 1 minute. Look at it. Look at it. Watch this. Let's put the line right here. Buy out. Here she comes. Watch this. She needs to come up here because more sellers are going to jump in, because more people use this EMA 9 and they scalp it. Watch it. The reason why I show you this, and I spend at least 5 minutes on it. Look at the EMA 9. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look how I pushed her down. Look how I pushed her down. Ew. Look how I push her down. Look at the push. Look at that push. Look at where she's going. This Bitcoin. She coming here. How's she gonna get there? She's gonna have to constantly keep going back to this EMA 9 right here, finding more sellers right up in here, and then they start bringing the market back down. So watch this candle. Every time it comes right in this little area, she'll start dropping. Here she comes. I'm telling you, every time. Watch it. Watch it. She'll come like right up in here again, and then you'll see that line go boop like this. Watch it. And we got a vibe right now. We got a vibe right now. Y'all gotta make sure y'all tapping that screen and hitting that thumbs up over there on YouTube. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. This many people in here? Y'all tripping. And I'm giving y'all sauce. We 36 minutes in. Tap that screen. Here it is. Watch it. You have a hammer candle right now. Hammer candle, 1 minute. That says that there's a bullish momentum is coming. The market is coming back up. There she goes. Watch the sellers. Watch the sellers. Sellers like to come in right here and start literally dropping the market. Watch it. Watch the MA9. Watch the MA9. This is the reason why she needs to get here. So the market goes up just to come down. Watch it. These are scalping tools. Let me tell you, if you do not understand scalping is going in and out of the market, So if you see a 1 minute and you say, okay, what is this? This is a trend. This is a trend on a 1 minute. Zero value. But watch it. Get back over there. Don't do me. Watch this right here. It's already here. So let me just move this out of the way so you can see it. Get out of here. There we go. Watch this. Here it is. So here's your trend line rejection that we always talk about. Watch this right here. Here's your trend line rejection right here. So it's either going to close under here or it's going to close over here. Now watch it. You have 25 seconds. 25 seconds. Look at the push. So we're clearly breaking over the trend right now. Imagine this same setup on a weekly. Imagine this same setup on a 4-hour or a daily chart. And you see a daily candle break out of a daily trend. Let me remind you on the day I showed you starting off in class, we have a daily trend here. Let's not forget it. So the same thing I'm showing you on a 1 minute, you put that same knowledge on an actual daily. Understand that? So watch this. You're witnessing on the 1 minute a trend break. Watch this. Break, close, retest. The market breaks out. Look, the market breaks out. Retests the trend. You put your buy entry right here. That is like strategically retest. She comes up because she has literally broken the little downtrend that it's on. Because this is a 1 minute, this is not a valuable trade, but I want to show you, watch it right here. Watch it right here. You have your EMA9 right there. Backside of the little trend line that it should be respecting. And you should see the market start bouncing. Watch it. And when you see these little pullback, and imagine you guys, this is Bitcoin. Watch it. This is Bitcoin. There's your break. There's your close. There's your retest. Imagine individuals right up in here on a higher time frame, not this time frame, but this is where that little entry on this example would be at, like this. Like that. Boom. There she goes. You can thank me later. You can thank me later. You can thank me later, guys. You can thank me later, guys. That is a break, close, retest formed in your face. So imagine when this same thing happens. Imagine when this same exact thing happens over here on the 4-hour. Imagine this trend. Here we go. Watch this on the 4-hour. Well, let's go to the day because that's where the real trend is at. Let's not even play around. Boom. Imagine if this candle, let's get it right. Come on. Let's get that trend right. There she goes. That's your daily trend. She's respecting the daily trend. Bang, bang, bang. Come here. She didn't even touch it. So imagine if this candle comes, passes through, closes over here. Guess what she gonna do? If she comes like this, closes over here, she's gonna retest the backside of that daily trend that she's been on for days. Boom, retest and drop. Why would she drop right here? Because the DXY, by the time all of this happened, guess what the DXY gonna do? Guess what the DXY gonna do? Guess what the DXY gonna do for that to happen? For Bitcoin to drop, the DXY gotta go up. You understand that? The DXY gotta break out of that. Look at that. Look at that 4 hour. What a 4 hour. The DXY gotta break out of the W. You see that? So that means she's gonna trickle down like this. You're gonna get your breakout reversal pattern over here, and then the DXY is gonna fly to the EMA 200 right over here. Oh, come on, why you hating, mouse? Let me move the line right there. There you go. You see that? Therefore, gold is going to do this, because if Bitcoin is going to die, or Bitcoin is going to go up, gold has to come retest that trend. So this is a 4 hour chart. You've seen what I showed you on the 1 minute. When you see the market like this, it's closed under the EMA 9. The market needs to come back to the EMA 9 to find more sellers to complete the imbalance and the gap that's right here. Put some fire in the chat if all of that shit just made sense to y'all. Do you understand what I just showed y'all? Let me show y'all. Let me turn that camera around. Let me turn that camera around. I just explained to y'all how to watch on the EMA 9 and the EMA 200 on the 1 minute. I like a kind of answer. I like a kind of response. Because once you start kind of getting it, then you're going to start really getting it if you consistently come up and show up and just keep watching. Because imagine, in order for it to fill the gap, sellers have to come in there. And in order for sellers to come in there, mature investors must see a shorting potential selling, a short position there, and bring the market down because of news. So now we go and check news, and now I go, yo, the same shit I was just predicting on the 1 minute on gold, US 30, NASDAQ, Bitcoin. Now I see the exact same thing on the 4 hour chart on gold. I'm gonna wait till it go back up to 76, 79, and then I'm gonna short her down to the 36.30. Let me show you what I mean by that. Why the 76, 79? Because that's the EMA 9. That's where you would get your short position. You have Doji sitting at the top, market confusion. You had a breakout closed up under the Doji, bearish confirmation, another bearish confirmation, and these are 4 hour confirmation. So you got 8 hours of confirmation, 8 hours of selling pressure. You're going to get at least 4 hours of buying pressure right now. So the market can go from right where she's at to right where she's been. And when she gets back over here, it is well known for selling pressure to be over here at the top. So that's where you would start scalping. You would start scalping right here. You understand that? This is the scalp zone. Why? Let me show you once again. Boom. Here it is. This is your 1 minute. Remember the slingshot I was telling y'all about? Look at the scalp. Watch the scalping potential from here to here. Watch the scalping potential from here to here on gold. Watch it. I want you guys to see it. This is a 10 pip zone from 36.67 to 36.66. This is a 10 pip zone. Watch how the market pulls into this zone and fly up out of there. Watch it. And she ain't gonna go nowhere. She's gonna probably go to 68, 69. So don't trade it. I want you guys to understand, when you see this setup on a 4 hour or a 3 hour or a 1 hour, take the trade. Look at this. Watch this. Projection. Boom. Like that. Just that simple. So imagine you can either buy here as an aggressive, buy here as a modest. So you have 2 entries. This will be small, this will be big if it comes down here, you see? That's how you trade. I'm telling you straight up. That's how you trade. That's trading one-on-one, entry one-on-one. People say, man, I really don't be getting it. Well, you got to have an aggressive entry and you got to have a modest entry. And then you need to choose what your risk factor is. Do I have enough risk factor or emotional stability to take an aggressive entry in the financial market? Or my capital is a little funny right now because the way my bank account work is, I'm a modest type of an individual. So therefore, I need to take more of a modest entry. You got to be true to yourself. You can't be watching content and then get beside yourself and get out of character. So when someone gives you a zone, they're going to give you an aggressive, they're going to give you a modest. So you need to choose, are you an aggressive ass individual or you a modest ass individual? I always say, be modest until you got enough capital to be aggressive. So it's better to be patient and wait for an entry here, then jump in here, go on a drawdown down here, and then close the trade because you're just not emotional stable and you think the market is going to die. Because you're not even aware that there's a 200 right here that wants to drag the market back down here and then slingshot it back up. You see? By the way, the EMA 9 pushed that candle up there. So let's go back to the high time frames. And let's mark the charts. Let's mark the charts. Where's the gaps? We got gaps, baby. We got gaps. 630. Boom. 633. What did I tell y'all earlier? 30 pip zone. 30 pip zone. It feels right there in that gap. A 30 pip zone feels right there in that gap. 3630. 36, 33. Oh man, we got 12 minutes left. I gotta get busy. Here we go. Now watch how I put it all together. Watch how I put it all together real quick. By goes. Boom. Boom. 702 to 699. 702 to the 699. And this would be a scalp sale. You can scalp sell this. Everybody got that? Put that in your notes. Now, open bill is going to come around, and we'll probably be playing somewhere here in the middle. We'll probably be taking trend line rejections, stuff like this in the middle, like that. Here my daughter's you see? So doing open bill, another hour or so, another couple hours. When the market open, probably going to. Probably gonna be taking those trades around about 76, 79. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. She's gonna pull up in here to that 76, 79. So this is a valuable area, y'all. So I'm gonna put a quick sale right there as well. So if you with the smokes, you can scalp sale 3676 to 3679. Sell to buy. If we get that sale, that's a sale to the buy. That's a for sure sale to the buy. Anywhere up in here. 76, 79. She's sitting at 68 right now. So y'all keep an eye on that. Y'all keep an eye on that. I'm gonna put that right there. Y'all get that screenshot. Tap that screen, TikTok, tap that screen. Let's go to NASDAQ real quick. No drawings. Let's go to our day. Old alarms, delete them, get out of there. Got the high of the day right there, buy out. So basically what we're doing is find support and resistance on the day, right here. That's a big enough wick, buy out. Go to the 4 hour. gap up here. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. This is NASDAQ. This is NASDAQ. We got 9 more minutes. I'm gonna go through NASDAQ and US 30. I'm gonna give you a buy and a sell. Look at that buy zone right there. Look at that buy zone right there. This would be a scalp buy. This will be a scalp buy up in here. This would be a scalp buy. You got 24,209. Let's go. 24,209. 24,000. Let's go 219.5. Scalp buy nice. Boom. I'll give you your box. TikTok is straight hater. Hell yeah, I'm active. What do you mean, bro? What are you talking about? Bye, y'all. Turn that green so everybody knows. This is aggressive too. That's why I only want you to scalp it. Boom, boom, scalp it. You'll get at least 300 to 600 to 800 pips out of this little scalp. And if she comes back up to fill the bigger gap up here, you can sell her at the top, which would be a complete M. Watch this. This would be an M structure. Bang. Buy. Bang. Sell. Bang. That's an M. Look at that. Look at that TikTok. I've been showing you. Oh, come on. Don't be a fucking hater. I don't know what I done pressed on my computers. But man, my indicators is like stuck like Chuck now. Bye, y'all. This is beautiful. And guess what you can do here? Reversal. Put the diamond. Put the diamond. And now you know exactly what she's gonna do. If she comes over here, she respects that diamond, and then you get a close on the other side, you're gonna get that other side of that M. So at the top, it's such a hater. We don't need it. We don't need no education. 24,395. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a 300 pip sell zone. We're gonna do a 300 pip sell zone. 24,395 to 24,365. Sell nice. 6 minutes left in class, and now you have your buy and sell zone on NASDAQ, in the gaps, in the fair market value, baby. Come on, come on. 395. Let's go 365. Bye, y'all. Bang, there it is. There she goes. Let's make it red. Gotta get y'all screenshots. So you know what that means. You know what that means. There's your trend right there. We want to see if the market respects that trend. We want to see if we can get us a little dip back in. I want to get a dip back in. See if we can get us a little dip back in there like this. Boom, and then ride the middle of that M up. You understand? That's the mindset. Ride this M all the way up to smithereens. You understand? Catch the bottom. Boom, take her up. Let me put that right there. Probably do this in open veil. Right there. Bing, buyer there. Bang, seller here. Super simple. Super simple. Buy there, sell at the top of the M, which is the double top. Now let's go to dirty 30. Let's go to dirty 30. Let's mark her up. Let's get her dress. Let's get her dress. We're not even going to take today's or tomorrow. We're just going to take yesterday's. Same little bang. Jump to the 4 hour. Find the gaps. Look at the gaps. Look at the gaps. Look at the gaps. 45,672. What is the gap over here? 45,670. Oh, come on. 672. 45,682.5 US 30. Boom. Y'all should be taking notes. Y'all should be tapping that screen. Y'all should be like, yo, Mr. H, I appreciate that live. I learned so much today, bro. What the hell? Where you been all of my life? Where you been all my life? Bye, y'all. There's your zone. There she is. Bye, y'all. There's your buy zone. Let's make that green. Boo, boo, boo. There she goes. Where's that sell zone? 957? Yeah, I got you. 45, 957, 45. Let's go inside it. So let's go 937. 200 pips. 937. Sell. US 30. 37. Let's find her. Be precise on her. Oh yeah, that's good enough. Good enough. Make it red. Make it red. Boom. Done deal. You also got a trend right here. You got a trend line rejection. You got also a trend line rejection. I think gold started dying. On us. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. She started dying on us. She's starting to die right there. Why is she dying? Because she close to that EMA 9. You understand that? I told y'all. That's a 4-hour rejection right there. That's a 4-hour rejection. You see? Look. That's a 4-hour rejection. She pulled right there close to that EMA 9. And that selling pressure will probably bring her all the way back down here. So if we didn't hit it, you just wait to this one. You just wait. Just that simple. Let's make that downtrend red. Let's make that downtrend red. I got to go. 458. You got any questions, please type them in the chat real quick. You got any questions, please type them in the chat. So can a diamond pattern form on an M? Absolutely. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. What was it, NASDAQ? We had an M structure? Yeah. Let me bring it down. Let me show you. Right there, leave that there. Let's put a diamond here. Put a diamond right there. Boop. Guess what happens? If the market, if the market bounces from here and rides the inside of this diamond, it doesn't break out. If it breaks out over here, guess what's going to happen? She's going to trickle down. If the market comes all the way over here and does not reject and breaks out and closes on the other side of that diamond, that is called a reversal pattern. Retest, this sell zone becomes a buy zone, and now the sell zone used to be the roof, is now the floor. So what that would look like, it would look like this. The market would do this. Boom. Boom. Respect that trend. Boom. Pull up. Respect that trend. Pull up. Close outside of there. That diamond. Pull in here and bounce all the way back up to new highs. That's how that would look. You understand that? The other side. If it does this, pulls down here, buys up, pulls here, bounces, pulls before it gets to the sell zone, passes through the W over here. It's going to retest that W, sell zone still valid. Boom, she's gonna die. She's not going to come and complete the double top. She's gonna die off in here somewhere. That's how you know. That's how you know, guys. That's how you know. Bye, y'all. That's sauce. So you got NASDAQ, you got US 30, you got gold today. You also got a whole bunch of currency pairs. So everybody should be making money today. Everybody should be making money. Check that out. She back on up here. She back on up here. Got to love it. Let's see Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin did. Let's see what Bitcoin did on that break close retest on the 1 minute. Let's see what she did on the 1 minute. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look, before she dropped, look at the bounce from that green line. Remember what I told y'all? I said the zone where you will buy from will be this green line. I put that green line in your face. That would have been a Bitcoin trade. We were just over there looking. This would have been your Bitcoin trade because this is where I started telling you the break close retest started happening right here. So it came down to the zone on the other side of the trend, and you would have caught all of that. Yeah, hold 1 second. I gotta go get my baby girl. My baby girl at the top of the stairs. Yeah, baby. All right, we there. We're back. That's fire. That's fire, Saul. So, yo, TikTok. Let me tell you once again. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. Holistic. I'm the #1 digital educator in North of America. I get on live streams early in the morning, figure out the market, find the gaps in the market, give it to my community, also give it to the public trading companies so they understand that we're here to make money. Understanding that you are trying to get involved in that. If you are trying to get involved in that, jump into my DMs, say your mistakes. I like the live. I like what you were speaking. I like how you were teaching. It made so much sense. How do I join your community? I personally will give you my phone number. I will tell you, shoot me a text. We will plan a phone call. We will jump on a call. We will confirm that it's me and you. And then we will have a proper conversation. We will take it from there. Just that simple. Just that simple. So shoot me a DM. Jump into my DMs. Y'all tap that screen. We went live today, and it was absolutely amazing. The results are absolutely amazing. Remember, 76.79. Remember, 76.79. Remember that. Remember this area. Right there. And don't tell me I didn't tell you. Don't tell me I didn't tell you. Yep, the currency pairs were given doing the early bag, so you had to wake up for that. You had to wake up for that. That's a 6 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, 3 in the morning on the West Coast call. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Guess there's no questions. We 5:04 on the dot. We got to get up out of here. Deuces, beautiful people. TikTok, I appreciate you. Much love on the live stream. Much love, much love, much love. If you have questions, jump into the DMs. Deuces, TikTok. Oh man, we have 2K viewers today. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody's good over here on YouTube. Make sure you get your screenshots. Make sure you get your screenshots. Make sure you tag me on social media. Put me on your story. That's what we got going on today. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. We winning. We are winning. US 30. What was that? NASDAQ was closed for us. NASDAQ was closed for us. I want to see a little drop down in NASDAQ. I want to see a drop down and a real quick pull up. I want to see it like drop down right up in here and like pull up really quick. Bing, real quick. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. All right, beautiful people. Gotta get up out of here. Gotta get up out of here. Deuces. I thought you had given some on the beginning of the live. No. Alex gave them all. Alex gave them all. I guess she up. I guess Jim is gonna be later then. I guess I'm on daddy duties already. Jim is gonna be later. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, watch NASDAQ. What, baby? That's for Louis? Louis upstairs. You want Louis? Yeah. Okay, lay down. Let me rush. I got you, Louis. that push. Look at that push. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see the push down.